What up? What up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Instant Replay Daily. It's your boy ACS. And week 11 in the books in the NFL. Week 12 in the books if you're talking about college football. Let me get a couple things started here. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Some good games yesterday, bro. Josh Allen, come on now. Come on now. That dude. Oh, by the way, I'm about to drop something in the chat. It's the link to the, if you're watching this on my X account. If you can, if you have the chance, go on over to this link I'm about to drop in the comments right here. It's the Instant Replay YouTube channel. I always forget to mention that because it's simulcast there as well as on my X. But trying to get some more subs over there. So if you ain't got to stop watching right now or anything like that. But go on over to YouTube and search for Instant Replay. I think it's like 077 or something like that, and you'll find it there. So let me get a couple things going, and we'll get into that. Bounce backs, right? Bounce backs. The Packers bounce back, catch themselves a dub. So did Georgia. Talk about that. The Falcons, bruh, they got shellacked in Denver. That shit don't make no damn sense, man. No sense. I don't even know what to say about the Atlanta Falcons getting their asses handed to them in Denver, which we already knew Denver had a good defense, but Bo Nix playing like that. I think when it comes to the Falcons, we're going to find that there's a lot. Most of their issues are probably going to fall on the defensive side of the football. Let's give me just a second to get something up here. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, here we go. All right, but anyway, yeah, we'll jump right into that. We'll get some college, look at those scores really quick. And real quick announcement. This will be the only Instant Replay Daily this week. We usually go on Mondays and Thursdays, but I have some things this week that I'm not going to be able to sort of make time, right? So after this episode, you'll see us back again on Monday, and then next week we'll get back to the usual format of Monday and Thursday shows to talk a little bit about some of this stuff. But also reminder, I'll be forgetting shit, man. If you are, I do have a show on IE Sports Radio. It's called Georgia Sports Central, where I talk nothing but Georgia sports, Bulldogs, Falcons, Atlanta Hawks, Braves, Atlanta United, things of that nature. While I'm not I just cover Georgia sports for these guys, and I have a great time doing it. Glad to be a part of this organization, IE Sports Radio. But if you are available Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m., you can find me there. The links for that stuff is like all over my social media and shit, man. Like literally, so you should be able to find me there. So yeah, every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., I'm covering Georgia sports for like an hour, talking about the scores and so forth and so on. And I had to teach myself some stuff because I'm not the biggest soccer guy, right? But if you're gonna be covering Georgia sports, and you got the Atlanta United who are playing out of their minds right now, just knocked Miami out last weekend. Yeah, man, got to do some research, man. Get my game tight on some of this some of these other sports besides just football, right? Basketball and baseball. So getting my feet wet out there, So anyway, let's jump in, man. NCAA college football scores from the past weekend. Oregon had a tough game, pulled it out though. That's what good teams do. So they're still undefeated, still number one. Still think the coach is a shiesty, petty cat, right? Right? Oregon's coach, I'm always gonna think of him that way until I see something different, right? He gave that speech, when they played Colorado last season about, what Colorado was all about and what their team was all about. And then he does shit like take a timeout so his players can watch the opposing fans leave the stadium. Petty shit, bro. Petty shit. Get out of here. Ohio State, big win over Northwestern. That game was really close earlier. And I was like, yo, what? And then it's not close. Texas over Arkansas, good game there. Penn State pulling their stuff out over Purdue, Kansas, BYU, Tennessee, Georgia. Not going to spend too much time on it. Yes, Georgia, that's my team. Good get-back game, right? Came in this thing. Carson Beck, y'all, played like we expected Carson Beck to play at the beginning of the season. Like, literally. Like, this is what when he was on all of those Heisman lists, in which my thoughts are that might have been a little bit too much pressure for the young kid, right? Especially when we talked last episode about they say that his ceiling in the NFL is Daniel Jones, who just got benched for the backup kid, for the I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, we're saying Carson Beck's ceiling was Daniel Jones, and his floor was Will Levis. Bro, imagine getting pigeonholed in between them two. That's not hopeful at all. So, like I said, I think a little bit too much preseason pressure for that guy, Carson Beck. And look, again, I mentioned it last week on Georgia Sports Central and on Instant Replay. We've reached a point in time now when you're talking about college football where the transfer portal, and in combination with teams losing 15, 20 guys to the draft. Top teams, Alabama, Georgia, every year, the draft is taking 10 to 20 guys from their teams. So those guys, I mean, even though they're getting like, ayo, what up, Andre? What's good, partner? Even though teams, the big teams, are still getting great 5-star, 4-star, 5-star recruits, big recruiting classes, losing that many players will catch up with you when you combine it with the transfer portal. So normally that wouldn't affect the team. Yeah, you're going to be a little bit, your personnel is going to be a little bit light for the time being until you can get the new guys, the freshmen and stuff shored up. But when the teams that you're normally used to clapping up went out there and grabbed themselves some fire from the transfer portal, then now it's you just lost 20 players to the draft and you got to fight against Ole Miss with that dope-ass defensive line they got, which was built, like they mentioned during the game last week several times, was built through the transfer portal. So that the combination, again, for my thoughts on college football, man, we reached that point where the transfer portal and losing lots of players to the NFL season after season has just caught up to these teams that who normally would just straight dominate, right? So then now you see it more even-keeled in college football. So, I mean, still you're going to find your blowouts when you see shit like Penn State, Purdue, and all of that kind of stuff. But when it's SEC football right here, as you can see, game was a lot. I would think it was that close. Georgia's defense sort of stepped it up in the second half. First half, though, first quarter, I'm like, Georgia, what the fuck y'all doing here? If you don't want to play, go home, bro. That's what I was thinking first quarter. Then they just turned it on. Carson Beck, again, like I said, turned into the Carson Beck we were expecting, running the football, taking shots from the defense, putting his body on the line, showing the team that he was ready, right? And the team responded to that. So Georgia, 31-17. Maybe I know that the playoff rankings should be out. Hell, they might be out before I wrap. I forgot about the playoff rankings. They probably going to be out before I wrap, and I'll see if Georgia put back into the top 12 or whatever, right? See if we still look at playoff bound. Notre Dame continues to dominate 35-14. Alabama 52-7 over Mercer. Mercer, bro. And we've had Mercer on our schedule before, too. I can't even hate. 42-21, Boise State winning that one. SMU continues to dominate, 9-1. 38-28, Boston College. 38-3, Texas A&M. This is a lot of Colorado continues, 49-24 at number 17. Let's see how high up they jump in the rankings, the new ones that come out today. Obviously, this was their first time ranked last week. So there's Clemson 24-20, 8-2 at number 20. And see, that's kind of slim for them to get in there. Florida, LSU, SEC football, y'all. South Carolina 34 over Missouri 21. So there's some of that. Take a look, though. Take a look. Week 13, right? This is next week. Again, announcement. I'll try to tell everybody that there will not be an instant replay on this Thursday like there normally is. Apologies for that. Come on, you gonna pause, bro? I know y'all see me pause that like 1,000 times. This is big. All right. This is what I was. Indiana 10-0, Big Ten. Ohio State 9-1. Two Big Ten. This is a Big Ten game right here, y'all. Big Ten fans, this is going to be a game. Ohio State fans, obviously Indiana fans. See how real Indiana is. They've been playing very good football this season. Florida Ole Miss, couple games coming up. We play UMass. I know, don't laugh. I mean, matter of fact, Georgia, don't take this game lightly, though. Please don't do that. Don't do that, right? Tennessee, UTEP, Texas, Kentucky. That's going to be a good game, I believe. SEC type shit. So Clemson, the Citadel. Penultimate games, y'all. Penultimate games. Missouri, Mississippi State. So that's just a little bit of college right there to get you guys primed up. From this past weekend, of course, you know your boys. I'm a Georgia fan, so I'm gonna talk that shit. When it comes to Georgia, I'm gonna cover that shit like no other. Show my boys some love, but also, college football out there. So real quick, we got one more game left in Week 11. Texans at Cowboys. That's about to start here in about an hour, maybe, or something. I was watching a little bit of post-game shit. There's debris falling from the rafters. Ain't Cowboys Stadium new? I could have swore Cowboys Stadium. AT&T ain't been there, but like maybe 20 years, maybe. I know the Packers played when they beat when they won the Super Bowl there in 2010. It was at that stadium, and it was still pretty new. Some kind of piece of debris fell pregame. Like they were describing it. I don't know what to think about that. The stadium's pretty new. Yeah, Jerry, what you doing, bro? All that money you got? Let that stadium get raggedy on him? Shame's on you, homie. Shame on you. All right, so anyway, go back through the games. I tell you what, let's see who I was wrong about. Let's go through these again with the game picks. Let me pull these back up, right? So NFL, man, good weekend for NFL football. Like I said, one more game left, Texans and Cowboys. Commanders, Eagles. Look, man, Commanders, it was bound to happen. I'm not trying to say the team is not good by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a very young team. They shot out of the shotgun at the beginning of the season. And what happens, like the old Uncle Sloan, the homie shouts out to Sloan, used to say, once teams get film on you, things change up a little bit, right? And, of course, I think the Commanders have lost their last 3 out of 4, which, hey, look, man, that kind of shit's going to happen. It's going to happen. You got a rookie quarterback. You got a very young team. They're playing good. They're playing well. They're still number 2 in the division in the NFC East. Right, they're still playing good, but these teams, once the tape comes out, man, you're not gonna. I didn't think for a second that the Commanders was about to just go, scorched earth on the entire league. Shit just doesn't happen like that. There's too many veterans, too many great coaches, great players, great teams in the NFL for that to happen. So, but shouts out, man. They're still playing well, but I don't expect this to be the last L that the Commanders catch this season either. Again, no hate, no disrespect. It's just hard, man. It's hard to have a team like that. And Dan Quinn's a great football coach. He's already taken another team to the Super Bowl. If he'd have just, grabbed his nuts and told his offensive coordinator to shut that shit down and quit fucking around with them pass plays, then maybe y'all got a Super Bowl ring in Atlanta, right? Maybe. I don't know. So Commanders, Eagles, yeah. And the Eagles continue to roll. Saquon continues to roll. I think when it's all said and done, that pickup is going to be considered like Reggie White type. If the Eagles finish the season and win the Super Bowl with Saquon playing like he is, that offseason acquisition is going to be looked at Reggie White like when the Packers picked up Reggie White back in the late 90s, right? 96, 97 season. Y'all know how that ended up for the Packers, right? Caught ourselves a trophy, got some hardware to put up in the case. So, yeah, man, that will be. Eagles get to the Super Bowl, win that thing. That's going to be probably in the history of football, free agent pickups. Saquon will probably be up at the top, number one, top three, because I still think Reggie White's the number one pick. All right, let's keep going. Packers, Bears. We all saw what happened in this game. Very disappointing to say the least. Look, man. Yes, I loved hearing Matt LaFleur in the post-game press conference talking about the Packers, saying we'll never apologize for a dub. And you shouldn't, right? One thing I do like about this game, one of the great takeaways from it is that we actually won this game. Chicago didn't miss the field goal. We blocked it. So that's a better feeling because, look, it's always going to feel good to catch a W, but you got to look at these things inside and out, right? The Packers didn't play well. You go from holding the Detroit Lions, who just keep throwing 40 and 50 points on everybody. You held them to 17 points in the rain in Green Bay a couple weeks ago. Defense played well, still lost the game. A couple turnovers here and there, and I already done talked about that. And also the Detroit Lions are absolutely incredible, right? Like the talk of them being the favorite to win the big game is legitly real shit, right? Legit real shit. So it can't take anything else away from that. But the Packers were able. Ayo, what's good, Eduardo? What up? We were able to hold the Lions to 17. Then we come in here against the Bears and just let the Bears start clapping cheeks, bruh. What is going on, man? Bears hadn't scored an offensive touchdown in 3 games. They came in and scored 2 on us. The defense, the Green Bay Packers are coming off a bye week. We should have been prepared for the Bears. And and I already know this ain't no disrespect. They ain't been playing well this season. As of late, they haven't. That's not a secret. We coming off a bye, very prepared, off of a loss to Detroit. Like, we should have been pissed off. With that being said, the offense played pretty well. A couple deep balls from Jordan Love to Christian Watson that were nice. Couple nice deep plays. Jordan Love had a couple runs in there that I thought were nice. I just thought that coming off the bye, the team would look better than that. Better than having to have a blocked field goal to catch the dub. Maybe this kickstarts the second half of the season. I do realize that at this same point in time last season, our record was much worse than this. So it's a good. So 7-3 Packers. Still number 3 in our division, though, which is fucking wild, dude. We're behind the Vikings and the Lions. That's insane. So, yeah, Packers bounced back off the last time we saw them. They were catching L's to Detroit. See what happens there. Again, I was so far going through my picks. I picked the Eagles. I picked the Packers. Picked the Lions, as you can see here. Not much to talk about. The Lions continue to do what they continue to do. And there is a quote that from Dan Campbell that's very interesting to me. Very interesting. And I hope to keep the attitude all season. And they have been. So I'm not trying to say it in that manner, right? He said if you're not coming if you're gonna play Detroit and you're not playing to win the game, we're gonna run it all over you. So in other words, basically that's him giving you the reason why they decide to drop 50 on everybody. Embarrass teams, right? Jacksonville had 6 points in this motherfucker, man. Did not need 52 to beat them. Did not. But hey, there it is. So if you're gonna play the Lions, Dan Campbell saying if we're gonna keep running the score up, we're gonna keep scoring until zero's on the clock. So teams, there's your warning. He put it out there if you're gonna play them. So and we got another game against them. And I tell you what, man, I'm not even scared. Not to the sides. We did Green Bay, and we were bad last year. We were way worse team. We went to Detroit on Thanksgiving and won that game. Right, won the cheek clapping by any stretch of the imagination, but we did win a game in Detroit last year, and we have one more game against them this season in Detroit, and we're gonna need that one because, like I said, we're third in the division. Odds are we're probably gonna be a wild card team. That's the way the shit's looking right now. Unless, some things change. We can keep winning, but there's also, like I said, the Lions going to keep winning. Vikings probably, we'll talk about the 49ers in a minute. Other teams in here, the Eagles going to keep winning. So there's that, right? So Lions destroyed the Jags. No surprise there. Dolphins, Raiders. I picked the Dolphins. I can't believe this is the first time we've been down for so long getting a score. Hey, do you go, man? Do you go? Yeah, do you go, man? That's what you got to do. Just keep them, demoralize the teams when they come in there. If they ain't ready. They ain't ready. And Jacksonville definitely wasn't ready. Anyway, Raiders, Dolphins. I thought the Dolphins were going to win this game. I picked them. They pulled it out. I think I know with the Raiders. I think Robert V, my other co-host who's normally here with me, he alluded to it last Thursday of what the Raiders sort of starting Gardner Minshew with no expectation to win. If that's what's going on. So I don't know. I'm on pass. Rams, Patriots. I picked the Pats, man. That was my first loss of the weekend. Matthew Stafford. First of all, 49ers should be just a little bit scared in their division. There's a lot of that kind of shit going on. Matthew Stafford had 4 more touchdowns yesterday. He has like 370 something career wise, but 4 more yesterday. The teams in that division, there's no. I'm not going to sit up here and sort of. What's happened, I'll get to that game. Anyway, the Rams, Patriots, the Matthew Stafford just throwing that thing up. Playing ridiculous ball right now. I always talk about that fantasy league I'm in where I have him, Mahomes, and damn it, who's the other quarterback? I can't. They're all 3 good quarterbacks, all on the same squad, and I have to pick from them. And I went with Stafford this week, which was he was the only one I thought because Kansas City was going to Buffalo. I was like, I don't know about that. And then, of course, it turned out to be the better pick and I got Kirk Cousins. Which went with Stafford saved my shit, right? Rams are good. Pats still look good. We didn't expect the Pats to be making the playoffs this year, so they're playing good. They're playing good. Rams, again, Stafford playing absolutely out of his mind as of late, right? The Rams started the season, they were like 0-4, bro. And then they're like second. If I'm not mistaken, they might be second in the NFC West, or either second or third. I don't think they're the bottom. What? You know what? It might be at the bottom. I need to look at that. Anyway, let's move on. Browns, Saints. If you had Taysom Hill on your fantasy team, you're loving life right now. That dude absolutely went off. Jameis Winston went back. That was a return home. You know what I'm saying? Hollered at his boys or whatever. But the Saints took over. Again, this was a Taysom Hill game. He always has 1-2 a season where he goes off for like 3 or 4 touchdowns, a lot of rushing yards and things of that nature. So this was that particular game. The Saints, since firing their head coach, are now 2-0. So let's see how that goes. I mean, they're not eliminated from playoff contention yet. So let's see what happens. While the other team in that division, this game right here, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something about Steelers Ravens, bro. What a game. What a game. Throwback shit, right? Steelers didn't even score a touchdown. I understand the pass that the Ravens are given have been given. This season ain't been that nice. They done lost some key games, man. Like keys. I think the two most important wins they have are over Cincinnati, because the Cincinnati, again, Burrow had 9 touchdowns in those 2 games, and they still won. Those are probably their most important 2. They needed this one. Dude, imagine the Ravens, man. First of all, ball control shit. Derrick Henry not seeing the ball, didn't get not 1 touch in the 4th quarter, y'all. Derrick Henry, again, let me repeat that for everybody. Listen, Derrick Henry did not get a touch on the football in the 4th quarter. Derrick Henry, right? First carry of the game, fumbled. I know that couldn't have had nothing to do with it. That was way early in the 1st quarter. I do not understand the play calling here. I do not understand going for 2 at the end right there to sort of tie the game up and not having Derrick Henry in the backfield to take some of that attention off Lamar. The play was bad all around, bad design and everything. So, yeah, and the Steelers, look, man, couple of them nice passes from Russell Wilson, couple of nice runs from the running backs. Defense played out of their fucking minds. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all talking about playing Pittsburgh? Oh, and let me tell y'all, boy, this is the first time I ever seen somebody put a hit on Derrick Henry like that. Maybe that's why he didn't come back in the 4th quarter. TJ Watt, you see a lot of people tackle Derrick Henry in this league. Like he doesn't score every time he touches the football. But, boy, he came back there, caught him in the backfield. It was loud, too. Just knocked him to the ground. Derrick Henry got up like, damn. Shouts out TJ Watt for that hit. I ain't seen nobody hit Derrick Henry like that. Seriously. That was a hit, bro. If y'all ain't seen it, look at the highlights for yesterday's game. As a matter of fact, I bet it's not in here. I bet it's not. I'm going to check it. I want to see. I'm going to pull this back down. Let me see if that thing's in the highlights real quick. Let me see. Just to show y'all. It was a hit. Well, maybe not. He's showing a bunch of ads and shit like that. So, I don't know. Yeah, but overall, that's a good game. 18-16, NFC North battle. What you expect, bro? I mean, that's nice. That's not NFC, AFC North battle. I mean, look, you're going. I'm trying to see if they'll show that play. I don't think they're going to show it, man. Couple runs right there. Let's see. Hey, man, I want to see that damn. It don't matter. I think obviously, you know, if you're going to start talking about things extra about this game, you're probably looking at the coach of the year, Mike Tomlin for the Steelers, doing a damn good job coaching that team this year, man. Damn good job in this era. I mean, look what we just saw from the later game on Sunday. Look what we just saw, man. So Steelers, Ravens, good game. That's what we should expect from the AFC North. You can have that there. Vikings, Titans. Vikings continue to roll. Titans made the game a little bit closer at a certain point in time, but not hanging on for that one. Colts, Jets. They had this game wrapped up, y'all. They let Richardson come back. The second-year player, they benched him for a couple games, put him back in. He played very well in this game. And the Jets, man, had this thing sewn up, man. Lost at the last second, saw it 4th down. Aaron Rodgers gets sacked. That's the end of the game, y'all. That's the end of the game. And they lose again. So the Jets are now 3-8. And surprised they hadn't been, eliminated for playoff contention yet. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Falcons, just again, a reminder to all y'all out there that if you didn't know, I do a show every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. on IE Sports Radio. When I'm talking about Georgia sports, cover all Georgia sports, IE Sports Radio. The links will be on my profile and things of that nature. Every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time till right about 9 a.m., about an hour's Georgia sports. I will be covering that game extensively. Falcons got their asses whooped, son. Whooped. Then where we already knew they had a good defense. You got Bo Nix out here scoring like that on you, bro? Hey, man. The Cards, I think the Cardinals, what you're going to find is a combination of names in the past 4 or 5 seasons. Kyler Murray, injuries there, a couple of concentration issues, I want to say, with the team, coaching issues. But now that they've got a few of them things straightened out, I think that's why they're at the top of the division. The Cardinals are at the top of the NFC West, bro. We're going to talk about them again. They were on the bye this week. But, again, back to Falcons-Broncos, man. This is bad, bro. And I think the Falcons are better than this score. They just went up there. They just mile high. We got it, all the elevation talk and things of that nature. But you got Bo Nix. look, the Falcons' pressure rate, as far as trying to get sacks and things of that nature, is the lowest in the league. They I don't know. The defense need to step it up, right? Because the offense has been pretty much what's been carrying this team this entire season. I think so. Defense shows up here or there or whatever. But yeah, Falcons, man. This is an ass whooping of biblical proportions, bro. 38-6. And those were 2 field goals. By the way, Young Wei Koo, shouts out, getting back on the stride. He did hit 2 field goals. He missed 3 last week, which was the main reason why they lost against the Saints. But 38-6, man. Again, I'll be going deeper into this game. That's man. You go to Denver like that, and you know, and Sean Payton, man, I bet he's still continuing to clap on the Falcons, even though he's not even coaching in that division anymore. What the hell? I'm sure there's a lot of Falcons fans pissed about that for sure. For surezies. All right, Seahawks, 49ers. Geno Smith with the last couple seconds left on the clock runs it in to score the touchdown to give him the go-ahead 3-point win. Once again, windows for success in the National Football League are small, y'all. Yeah, you might look at like the Patriots, and they dominated the league for pretty much for 2 decades, but they didn't win the Super Bowl 20 times, right? Like they won 2, 3, and 4 years, early 2000s, and then they didn't win another one until almost mid to late 2000 teens, right? They got back on that winning thing. The windows are small, right? And you might think they ain't small because Kansas City's won 3 in the last 4 years, and it looked like they might be running to another one, right? Right? So, no. Let me tell you something. Windows for these teams are small, bro. And the San Francisco 49ers have had great fucking teams the last like 5 or 6 years, been to the Super Bowl a few times, and haven't taken advantage, man. Haven't taken advantage. What has happened, there a couple of injuries for the 49ers. I know McCaffrey not being there, and I think he's still a little bit rusty. But their division is caught up with them, man. They had a window where they were supposed to they had dominated this division for the longest time, and they were supposed to get themselves a ring to solidify like this era of 49ers football. And I ain't seeing it. So Purdy's still playing good team. They still got Debo. They still got, I know Kittle didn't play yesterday. Hurt probably had something to do with it. And the defense isn't playing as dominantly as they have in past seasons. And I think we saw some of that at the end of the season last year going into the playoffs. They kind of struggled against us, right? Before ultimately catching the dub, right? And then the next game against the Lions, they struggled against them, so to speak, until the second half of that game where they sort of brought it back and were able to win. So, like, it hasn't been the usual 49ers. And, again, making it to the Super Bowl last year, losing again, there's a window, man. And that window, I mean, the 49ers right now, they got to be either third or fourth in their division because the Seahawks got to be better than them right now in the division. They beat them. The Cardinals are leading the division. And then you got the Rams with a quarterback and like Stafford and Puka Nacua and Cooper Rush and all. Like Cooper Rush, I'm tripping right now. Cooper Kupp and like all of them other players on that team and the Rams too. Rams ain't no joke, man. Rams ain't no joke. They ain't. So this is gonna be a hard division right here. They're trying to make the playoffs in. Like as far as we'll see. We'll see. So. Seahawks, 49ers, Seahawks pull this one out. This is going to be tough. I think this division goes down to because I don't think right now that the Cards are running away with it, but they're close, man. They're close, and Kyler Murray's playing fucking absolutely insane football, especially since Black Ops 6 got released, right? So there's that. All right, Chiefs, Bills. Bills exercise the demons. Not really. It wasn't in the playoffs. It's a regular season game. That last run by Josh Allen to sort of seal it, the 4th and 2 run was incredible. That's what you like to see your players do. The players that you lean on your football teams, the players that you count on, you like to see them come through in the clutch with some shit like this. And they did. 30-21, Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, a couple picks. The Bills defense got after them. That's what they're going to have to do now. We all know how good Kansas City is, though, right? They could play this entire same game with the same personnel next weekend, and it might have a totally different outcome just because they know how to adjust. They've been here before. With that being said, shouts out, man, Bills. I think the entire NFL tips their cap to you because they were ready for the Kansas City Chiefs to lose a game, especially how they've been winning them crazily lately. Not with the blocked field goal, which is the same way the Packers won yesterday, but just in general, right? In general. So, yeah, Chiefs, Bills, man. It is what it is, bro. They got y'all. Let's see. I'm sure they'll play each other again. I think if for some reason they do not meet again in the playoffs, it's going to be a travesty for football fans in general. So let's see what happens there. Bengals Chargers. Bengals Chargers. Joe Burrow is having one of the greatest seasons in the history of the NFL. Passing yards over 3,000, touchdowns nearly 30. 4 interceptions, bruh. Brought the team all the way back. They were losing like 27-6. 27-6. Who do I think? Hey, look, I'm a Packers fan. I would say them, but realistically, that's a tough one still. Because I'm not looking at any team, and of course, a lot of people are going to say the Lions, and they probably have the best chances of making it there right now. Just look based on their resume for the season, how they've been clapping teams up and win-loss and all of those things. But you never know. You never know. Once you get to the playoffs, you lose one time and you're going home. So I do not know if I can think of a team right now that I guarantee you can just run through, man. Even the Lions, who just seem to put up points wherever they want to. All it takes is catch. Like right now, I wonder how good of a game the Cardinals and the Lions will be, bro. Cardinals, Lions. Matter of fact, hold up, man. Did they already play this year? Let me take a look, man. Let me take a look real quick. Let me see what we looking at here. Yeah, they did. The Lions and the Cardinals played. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? They ain't been putting it up like, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So the Lions, they be putting up points, but some of these teams that are good, it's a very difficult. Okay, now I got you now. They're still formidable as fuck, but they played the Cardinals on September 22nd, the Lions did, and they beat them 20-13. I bet if they play right now, I still think the Lions might win, but I think that's a close game, dude. That's incredible. I bet it's 40-33 if they play right now. Lions Cardinals play right now is 40-33 instead of here. I'll pull it up right here. Here's the you can't really see that, but here's the game. It's 20-13. That's a close game. As a matter of fact, the Lions have a lot closer scores this season than I thought they did. Yeah, there's some. I remember they against the Rams opened the season 26-20. The Bucks remember went to Detroit and beat them 2016. So still best team right now. Still best team in the league, playing the best fucking football in the league. You know, close games going to happen. So, yeah, but Bengals, man. Bengals, Chargers. Bengals are playing so fire right now, and the defense is just letting them down, dude. First world games of the season. Yeah, because we played y'all, too. It was. I remember that game, too. We caught the dub. But still, now that the Cardinals, they're the coaching changes and all of that stuff over there. They're playing good football, man. And Kyler Murray is playing out of his mind right now. Like he's playing so out of his mind, it's hard for people to catch him. We've all seen the runs and things of that nature. They're going to be a hard out at any point. But the Bengals, Chargers, look, Chargers doing good. Harbaugh steps in. Chargers looking nice, right? 7-3, right? Didn't he make the playoffs last year? So hey, shouts out, man. Harbaugh doing this thing over there, man. Let's see what else I get wrong. I picked the Browns, they lost. I picked the Steelers, picked the Vikings, picked the Jets, they lost. Picked the Falcons, they lost. 49ers, they lost. Damn, my game picks this season, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'll be writing them down this paper. They are terrible. Terrible. Worst pick of the season I've had in quite some time. And I won that shit a couple years ago with the game picks. Let's see, Bills won, Bengals lost. Texans, damn, they're my only saving grace for this week to see if they lose. So, yeah, that's the week, man. And again, apologies. There will be no more episodes this week. I usually go, if you're new here, I usually go on Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. There's usually a couple guys with me. But this Thursday, it will not be a instant replay daily. Sorry, I apologize. I have a lot of shit to do this week, and I'm not going to be able to do that show in particular. But hold on, let me put this right here. Where? Oh, okay. Just looking ahead real quick. Let's see. Steelers, Browns this weekend. Steelers, Browns on Thursday. Chiefs, Panthers this weekend. I'm just going to let me throw some picks out there. If I'm a picking right there, obviously I'm picking the Chiefs, bro. right. Like, if let me tell y'all something, and this could happen. Look at this game right here. Look what time this game is, right? It's on the East Coast. Kansas City have to travel a little bit, right? I mean, Wouldn't that be some shit if the Chiefs come up in here and look again? I just credited the Chiefs with having that Super Bowl mentality, right? Championship DNA in their team. Yeah, they might slip up though. They might slip up. Panthers, man, they got. I mean, hey, we just seen Bryce Young catch his second dub this week, man. So, Vikings, Bears this weekend. Nah, I don't know how the Bears gonna bounce back, man. 187 was good, bro. Hey, your boy's struggling, man. Tell your boys they're gonna have to get it together, man. Your window is gotten this smaller. My man Nikolai's cards is coming for you, homie. Vikings, Bears. Let's see. Titans, Texans, Lions, Colts this weekend. That's one right there that Lions fans think a little bit about that one. That's another one. 1:00 p.m. Indianapolis, right. Not too far of a travel, right, from Detroit, but Patriots, Dolphins, AFC East mentality stuff right there. Buccaneers, Giants. Okay, that's Bucks. We'll see what happens. Cowboys, Commanders. I think this is when the Commanders gonna get back in the dub section. Broncos, Raiders. Tough one for the Raiders right here. This is the game, y'all. This weekend, y'all. 4:30 p.m. 49ers at Packers. As bad as they've been doing my Georgia Bulldogs with all these away games against like Texas and Bama and Ole Miss and all of these teams, Green Bay has been lucky enough to get a couple of these good teams at home this season. 49ers in Lambeau as opposed to us always having to travel to Levi. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Cardinals, Seahawks. That's a game. Is this for first place? Is this for first place in the AFC West? Let's see, man. Eagles, Rams. Good game. Sunday Night Football. Both teams playing well. Rams trying to keep themselves to get eliminated from playoff contention. And then Ravens, Chargers. Ravens trying to bounce back. Chargers. This is going to be a good game as well. And teams on the bye this week coming up. Falcons needed that shit, son. Need the sleepy, son. Need to catch y'all some rest. Y'all got fucking throttled, man. Bengals on the bye, right? Jaguars. Watch, Bengals going to come back off bye and not lose another game. Jaguars, Jets, and might still not make the playoffs just because they're already in a big hole right here. Not as far as the Jets, though. A couple of these teams got 7 losses. Bengals only got 6, so okay. And the Bills are on the bye, 8-2, coming off beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to be loving that shit. So that's the week. All right, one more thing I need to check on real quick. See if they got them things out there yet. Let's see. I'm trying to see if they got those playoff rankings for college football out there real quick. That show might not start till 8, though. Let's see. Nico Collins is coming back tonight for CJ Stroud. I think the Texans about to put up monster points right now against Dallas, man. Dallas is hurting. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott's out for the season. Just had season-ending surgery. Yeah. Let's see. Pat Riley. Okay. Let's look into some Lakers shit. Yeah, I don't see it. Let me see if they put that up there. I doubt they have yet. CFP rankings. What time do the rankings come out? All right, so yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. Let me see what this is right quick. Yeah, y'all, if y'all just tuned in, I'm trying to find the updated college football playoff rankings that let's see. No, that's last week's, yeah. Yeah, they only have week 11, man. Damn, I wonder why it's not on here yet. The show started at 7 o'clock. It's 7:41, man. What they waiting on? Let me see something here. Let me see something right quick. Let me see something. Give me just a second, y'all. Trying to find something real quick. And again, let's see. Well, I'm not seeing it. Oh, y'all, my bad. Y'all, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, y'all. That shit don't come out till tomorrow, man. I feel like an idiot. Because I know what it is. Last week, V and I did this show on Tuesday. We couldn't do it Monday for whatever reason. and we had to push it to Tuesday, and then the rankings dropped right as we were doing the show. So apologies, my bad. Matter of fact, if I do get a chance tomorrow, I could jump on and talk about the rankings, but that's it. So anyway, look, I hope you guys enjoyed the games this past weekend. I hope you guys enjoy the games this coming weekend. Again, more than likely, Instant Replay won't be back until Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time to talk about this next weekend's slate of games coming up. And yeah, man. Real quick, if you're watching this on my X account right now on Twitter, I had dropped something in the chat at the very top of the chat. Let me see if I can drop that again. Is it the same? Let me see. Yeah, this is the link to the Instant Replay, YouTube channel. So I'd invite you to go over there, subscribe if you haven't, and that's probably be a better way to watch it than on X because it's just a better experience, I believe, just doing it like that anyway. And also, your boy trying to get the sub count up over there, man. I've had that account for a while. It's a decent amount of subs. I hardly ever push it, which is my fault. I know better than that shit. But anyway, again, you guys, appreciate y'all watching. And appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. And again, we'll be back next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, talking about the games. Football is the greatest sport I've ever laid my eyes on in my entire life, and this is how I show my love to it on a weekly basis, talking about it. So you guys take it easy. Have a good week. Peace out.